Joe Budden has been having an interesting week or so, I guess. I don't know. It all started when 50 got wind of his therapy comments. Um, yeah. Uh, I re-listened to that clip where he said that 50 needed it, where he said 50 needed therapy. And like I watched it, paid a little bit more close attention to it. I didn't study it, right? But I did see it again. And I did notice a couple of other points that kind of made me flinch, like, upon further review, like, all right, maybe if he would have just left it at, he needs therapy, maybe that would have been so bad. Because contrary to what most people in the black community think, I see you zip with the drip. Therapy ain't a bad thing, B. It really ain't. Um, I believe we all need therapy, especially black men growing up in America. I've stated that before, right? Because we traumatized. We might not even know it. You know what I'm saying? And how many people do you know, right? How many, if you might, it might be you watching this video right now, and you feel like you ain't got nobody to talk to. You just, you being a man, you just got to man up and deal with all your problems. Not understanding, nobody taught us how that stress affects us in the long run. Like it affects you physically and emotionally. You understand? It can just become mentally too hard to deal. Pause. Right. But also, stress emits certain chemicals in your physical that can harm your actual body physically. Right. So so many women running around because we all in this rat race where everybody got their own problems. Deal with yours, right? And then somebody jump off a building. Forgive me for saying it, right? Because everybody got their. I don't want to bother you with your problems. I'm like, I got a million problems. I don't want to call my homeboy and put my problems on him. You know what I'm saying? And he feel the same way about me, him, and her, right? We all feel the same way. It helps you to unload these things. So you need somebody to talk to. Like that's one of the ways. I'm telling you, the explosion is way better than an implosion. You understand what I'm saying? Take it for what if you know, you know. Right? A therapist is somebody who is paid to sit there and do what you don't want to put on your homeboys because they got their own problems. You don't even want to put that on them. Put it on the therapist. That's what they there for, right? Anyway, they paid, you know what I'm saying, to listen and not to judge. They may assist or whatever. But y'all get what I'm saying. I went too far down that rabbit hole. Pause. So Joe Budden suggested that. I don't feel like him suggesting that is all that egregious. And I don't feel like 50 should have said, I don't feel like 50 would have said that. I don't feel like 50 would have tripped out if that was all he said and left it at that. Or if he said it the way I said it. But he also, he said the way he brought it up, the way he introduced the word therapy into the discussion they was having, he was like, yeah, because hip hop is niggas' new excuse for, is the new meaning for, the new something, code word for therapy, for I need therapy, something like that. You know what I mean? Then he says, Kanye West needs therapy. Then he said 50 Cent needs therapy. Now, some people may not, maybe 50 don't take kindly to being compared to Kanye, right? I don't know, right? You know, a lot of people look at Kanye sideways for what, you know, for whatever our reasoning may be, right? Your reasoning or my or their, y'all get what I'm saying. They look at Kanye sideways, and maybe 50 look like, don't compare me to no Kanye. I mean, that could be a thing. I mean, maybe he don't look at Kanye sideways for no reason. But if he do, and it's like you compare, you understand what I'm saying? And then he went into, he went into the a little bit more the definition or more his explanation of why he thought, 50 going in wasn't right. You know what I mean? And I can't remember his talking points exactly, but I know when I listened to them, I was like, they made me flinch a little bit. Like, it was certain things I heard. I'm like, yeah, that's a little bit, that's, he didn't have to say that or whatever, that, or that's going to trigger fifth. That's going, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that nobody need to be tiptoeing around 50 Cent, but you already know how he go. You know the way he be taking it. Pause. You understand what I'm saying? You know the way he takes shit and run with it. So, I see a little clip today where they talking about what were they talking about? They talking about his let me go on my history right quick. Where it said Joe Budden responds to 50 Cent, right? And it was just a little clip in his actual, how they it's a, where it said that Joe Budden responds to 50 Cent. Who is wrong? Oh, nah, that's the Rare Breed Entertainment. Salute to ARP. I watched this other one. It's because that one was too long. Pause. I wasn't trying to watch that whole thing, right? But no disrespect. But Joe Budden gets ran out of strip club by 50 Cent. See, first of all, I thought Joe Budden caught a break when Tony Yayo basically said, "Damn," I mean, not the same, but in a more thugged out ghetto way, a more street way. You know what I mean? Said the same thing that Joe Budden said. You like 50 Cent is crazy. 50 is crazy. That's crazy. I'm telling you, I wouldn't. He said most repeatedly, called 50 crazy. You know what I mean? Said that he wouldn't do things that 50 do, blah blah blah. So 50 took his gun off Joe and put it on and put it on Yo. You know what I'm saying? On Yayo. And he's clowning Yayo for a couple of somethings. And I thought maybe the Joe, because I swear I feel like the Joe Budden 50 Cent, he just ranking on Joe Budden. You understand? This ain't drama, right? You got jokes. All right, you want to say my name? You know what I'm saying? To think I need therapy. You need therapy. You understand what I'm saying? For that sleepwalking, walking around with your yacht. You understand what I'm saying? I don't feel like that was beef right there. Pause. But I feel like Yayo showed up and provided him with a you know what I'm saying, with a distraction. But then in this Joe Budden gets ran out of strip club video that was made by the Stop, it's some talk about some tweets from 50, talk about he, you know what I'm saying, Lala, what he said? Why did Joe? He said something about Joe getting ran out of. Where is it at? And you got to be on 50 Hills fast, pause, because he post and delete with the quickness. You think you imagined it. You think you dreamed it. Let say. Well, it was something along. I think it's gone. He got that up out of here. Saying something about 50 about Joe got ran out of a strip club in Queens. Or why you leave the club so fast? I mean, maybe he just left, right? I'm not putting that on. I don't know. There wasn't much on that in that video. What was more important to me in that video was it was a clip from the Joe Budden podcast where Joe was telling his co-host that he was going to probably get lawyers if it gets to such a point he's just going to get lawyers involved, because you can't just you can't just do that. Run around with all these AI. He been making AI pictures of Joe naked walking in wild random situations and areas and all of that. And it's funny, but it's not pleasant for Joe, I'm sure. And yeah, he's talking about getting litigious. Here's my take on that. Joe, just say my bad, fifth. Like, that's niggas' problem, man. Niggas feel like apologizing for something. Cause this ain't even, listen, you ain't never made a mistake and said something, right? Or you said something, not to say whether you should or you shouldn't have said it, but it almost got, like with your homeboys, your homeboy, like let's say your homeboys snap on each other all day, and you say something light about your man, right? But he the funny one, right? Or he one of the funny ones. You say something light about his sneakers or whatever, or his, and he go, oh, we rounding? Oh, we roasting? And you go, oh, no, I don't want no smoke. What's wrong with doing that? If Joe did that, niggas act like you drinking acid, but you not. You understand what I'm saying? Your egos is gonna get y'all killed. Your egos is gonna get y'all careers clipped. Your egos is gonna cause y'all all the embarrassment that it be trying to save you from. I'm just saying, this is me talking as a homeboy. I always tell my homeboys, nah, just explain it to them. Like, you ever watch it? Anyway. You know them TV shows will be the misunderstanding. You be like, why you ain't just tell him that you did the la la la? This shit wouldn't have even been an argument. Right? Anyway. So that's my advice to Joe. Like, I mean, litigious, just tell him my fifth. Come on. White flag, please. You understand what I'm saying? You wave the white flag jokingly. Cause he bombing with all jokes. So I don't see why you can't, you know what I'm saying? Why is that such a scar to niggas' egos, B? I don't like it. I really don't. But then, on the other things, Drake dissed Joe Budden on his new album. I guess the album with him and Party Next Door. And he shouted out Melissa Ford while dissing Joe. And it's been reported that in the more recent days, Drake has made some, correct me if I'm wrong, made some further communication or reaching outage to Melissa Ford. You know what I'm saying? And Melissa Ford she followed him back. Some mysterious person sent flowers to the address of the Joe Budden podcast, and I guess a case of Canada Dries. Canada, they all over that right there, right? And everybody thinks he's Drake. Melissa Ford followed him back, and the podcast is oh man, listen. First of all, I'ma just say I don't like it. Mel, I don't like it. I like you. I don't like it. I mean, if you're Mel, I like you. I don't like that. And I agree with your cast members. Not that nobody has to listen to me. I ain't no authority or nothing. But I agree with your castmates, your co-hosts, that you should unfollow him. Joe Budden, like they was having this whole debate, like, yo, this nigga infiltrated the podcast. He over here, people. The things that he said about Joe Budden within the last year, ridiculous, right? You know what I mean? I mean, Joe Budden said some things about him too, but I feel like the meaner things were said by Drake, right? Like, you know how when a person, gets offended and they just start saying, wow, me, like somebody say, I don't like your album, and they call you all kind of broke bum, bitch ass niggas. That was Drake, right? But yeah, she's playing into it, she's entertaining it, having fun with it and all of that. I don't like it. I don't like it, B. Because B, oh man, like I don't know if I can find the words to express how much I don't like it and why I don't like it without making this video too long. But I really don't like that. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Cause that's what niggas do. Be like niggas play those games, and women think that they're smarter than. I'm not to say that women aren't. Women are smart as fuck, but a woman connected, a woman attached to the situation, and Alan. Not even say a woman. Melissa, just put a name on it. Melissa Ford is behaving like, trying to choose my words carefully, not behaving like, but you would think that the woman being attempted to be you, he's attempting to use her as a pawn. You understand? He's using Melissa Ford to piss off Joe Budden, and there they are, right in the podcast space, arguing about it or having a debate about it, feeling some type of way about it, which is a win for Drake, right? And Melissa in the situation, like, well, it's not this, it's not that, it's not. Let me get on some man-woman shit. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just take whatever heat it is for it. A lot of time, women, y'all think y'all know the situation. Y'all think y'all know this male on male situation better than the males who are directly involved in it. You attach to it. They are the situation. And you would think that you can better judge the situation than the individuals who are involved in it. You know what I mean? It's like, no, but that's not real beef. Are they ever really? Did Joe Budden ever? Did Joe ever call him a op by? You know what I'm saying? See, dudes already know the difference. It's not something that, well, dudes should. Everybody should. Everybody should. When we team players. What is 50 doing all of this demolition on Demetrius for? For fraternizing with his op. How did 50 catch beef with Fat Joe? Fraternizing with his op. It all started with the Rick Lord fraternizing with his ops. Now, all of us know that, right? I'm sure they spoke about this at some point on the Joe Budden podcast. And Melissa Ford will go fraternize with Joe Budden op. They're not really ops. Yes, they is. They are in opposition to each other. Yes, they is. They are on opposite sides of an argument. If Drake, I don't care how mentally mature Joe Budden has become, or how much he's grown over the years, pause. If Drake, in his mental state where he at right now, where it's like everybody against him, if Drake was someplace and he had his goons with him and they caught Joe slipping, you don't think Drake will have something happen to Joe? You don't think so? Y'all don't think so? As emotional as Drake is right now, as emotional as he's been, as hungry for a win, any kind of win as he's been, you don't think he would? Women always worried about niggas mansplaining things to them. I think some mansplaining is necessary in this case. Women, I love y'all. I don't mean to come at y'all. I'm just saying what she's doing looks like to men. Or let's just say a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not all men, but a real nigga, yeah. Is what it is. Pause, protesters, get your ass out of here. Why are you still here? Rest of y'all, welcome to the nation. Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host, your tour guide, landlord, owner, tenant, janitor. I'm Amsterdam floor with you if you don't follow the rules. Rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. If you're trying to be a taxpaying citizen of the nation, leave us a super thanks over Cash App. We actually prefer the Cash App, but y'all do y'all. The Cash App tag will be in the description along with the Bandcamp link, which is there for those of you who would rather hear me rap than hear me yap. Alright, so go there and get busy with the mixtapes. From Slang and Rock Volume 2 all the way back to Shell Shock is there. Also, I got videos and songs and music on all digital streaming platforms. Digital strap. Pause. Pause, protesters. Yeah. Winter Circle, BCC, Crownsville, all of that. I'm gonna be on Twitch soon. The Nonviolent Rocko album will be out soon. I'm gonna have an album release party on Twitch with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So meet me over there. Go over there. It's Rockness Monster Nation over there. Go over there and I don't know what you gotta do. You gotta survive. You gotta subscribe over there. Go over there and do that so y'all can be there when I get there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Mel. I don't like it. I don't like it. If you made it into this video, let me get let me get 4 steaks for the beef. Pause. Rock on, rock on.